let's see here. Question for your show, and this is coming from Mr. // is God. Question for your show. What is your favorite game? And in Skyrim, what is your favorite shout and favorite skill? Hope you answered these. Okay, I'm answering them. Alright. So, my favorite game right now, if you want to go old school, I gotta go with either Tecmo Bowl on the regular Nintendo or Double Dribble. Absolutely love those games. Current generation, I really love Test Drive Unlimited. It's fun. I like to, play it was only the 360 version, PSP version, PS2, and also the PC version. But I love the 360 version because I have some music downloaded to my hard drive on the 360, and what I do is just get my steering wheel sometimes, kick back, and just, blaze, just let it play, let the music play, and just road trip, and just imagine me, blazing all over Hawaii in some sick whip that costs as much as like 2 or 3 houses. So that's my favorite one. And as far as Skyrim, my favorite shout, I like the whirlwind sprint. That's pretty sweet. But then I just like the basic shout, the one that just knocks people off their feet, stuns them. I mean, that is just, oh man, I love that junk. That's just sick. And favorite skill, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not gonna so much go with skill. I mean, I like the fireball, the basic stuff, but what I really like weapon-wise, I love that arrow, the flaming arrow. I can't think of it right now, but I just love just lighting them up. I mean, and see, y'all don't see me when I'm actually gaming. Sometimes, like when I'm with my homies, like I'll do something crazy, and like with that arrow, I was screaming, "Toasty!" So, alright. Okay, so I'm going to answer a couple more of these. Okay, Michael Bailey, I believe, says, ask us. Here's a light, interesting one. Out of the major video game franchises on console, which one do you think has the largest community behind it? You said you don't only have to choose from major franchises. I just thought it would help narrow things down for you. All right, so there's only one. Seriously, I mean, major video game franchise, Call of Duty, by far. The reach of Call of Duty is just absolutely insane. They had a doggone convention. I was invited to it, right? Nuts. A convention for a virtual game. Not only that, the fans are just, wow, I mean, just intense. They live this stuff. Then you had those idiots over in France or Italy that jacked, the truck. They had 6,000 copies of the game. That's just unreal. For a video game, and that's it. And it has the highest entertainment opening ever, 400 million. I mean, think about it. Harry Potter opening, the top Harry Potter was 91 million opening day. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, 400 million. That tells you. And the thing is, what trips me out is there's still some media, I'm not going to say any names, but some, newspapers, some television stations who aren't even covering this. I'm like, you got a $25 billion business industry that's not getting covered? I'm like, heck, even drugs, it's a huge industry making all that, and it gets more press than that. So I mean, here you got Harry Potter. Harry Potter comes out with a movie, gets nothing but ink. Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Skyrim come out, sell all these copies, and guess what? Barely a mention. But that's another ass skills. That's probably like a grind my gears kind of thing. So okay, so I'm gonna answer. I'll go ahead and just do 2 more. Alright? And this is from Pokey. He said Pokin he said Poke Neon 7. Alright. Question for ass skills. Yo bro, what's up? My question for you is, what do you think about Nintendo versus Microsoft versus Sony? That's a good one. You have the it says, do you, the fanboys, do you think the fanboys should shut their mouths and pick their system and not to make decisions for others? Do you think Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony should all make one system to end this race of uber fanboyism? from an avid fan. Ken. Okay. Ken, what I believe is the 3 consoles, the competition is actually good for us. Whenever you have a competitor, that keeps the other competitors on their toes. I mean, it's a law of business. You think about it. First MP3 player that was ever made was by Diamond Rio. They used to make sound cards. It was out. You know, I actually have one. I could show y'all that one of these days. You know, but the thing is, what made it so cool is here you could run around with a device like this big, and you could play music. Creative saw it. They thought it was pretty cool, so they started making them. And then Apple jumped into it. And guess what? Now look, Apple's just dominating. They release a phone, it sells millions. You know, but the thing is, competition breeds really good products. It keeps people innovative. It's just like when 2K games and EA were, both of them had the NFL franchise. 2K just literally ran circles around the Madden franchise. I mean, just ran into the ground. It was on life support. And then the NFL was not pleased with, I think it was 2K football. They weren't pleased with it because they felt it was, I think it was 2K. It was the one that had Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. I'd have to look at it. But anyway, they felt that, you know, it was a low price. They didn't want it. So then they ended up revoking the license and they gave it exclusively to EA. And then what happens is, since EA is the only one that holds the license, then they can make Madden any way they want to. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I think Madden is one of the biggest rip-offs from year to year. Yes, you've heard Maskill say it. The last one they sent me for review was 2008. That was the one that had, I think Vince Young on the cover. But the thing is, honestly, what they need to do is release one and then every 4 years release another one, but just release updates through it. And I mean, because honestly, if you look at one from 2008, 2009 to now, only difference is just roster changes. But each year they're charging people $60, and people have gotten accustomed to paying it. It's a waste of money. Seriously, why? I mean, what else is there? Update the players, yeah, and just release it as downloadable content for like $25. But no, they want to charge $60. And people are stupid enough to pay $60 every year for the same game with a little bit of extra polish. Okay. So, what I think is that if a person, you know, if I want to go this particular route, but I'm not. But what I'm saying is, you like your system. There's no need to shove your beliefs, your thoughts, and about the other system. I don't care if, you know, you got Yellow Light of Death on your PS3. I don't care if your friend has the red rings of death or a disc arrow on the Wii. Doesn't matter. Okay. Everyone has their different preferences, and what's really going to influence it is your friends. Not so much what you like, but your friends, because you probably want to swap games with them, and like if your friends have a system, then you're probably going to lean towards that system. Really, what I challenge people to do is, don't just buy a system to be buying it. See if there are 5 games on a particular, you know, system that you want before you buy it. Because I've heard many people say, "Oh, I bought this. What games?" I'm like, did you do any research? You're spending $300, $400, $500, $600 for a system, and you don't even, like, you know, do any research behind it. That's a waste of money, you know. And especially in this day and age, people losing jobs. People are, you know, working at a place for years and not seeing a raise, or taking furloughs, and people just gonna drop that kind of money. If they got it, cool. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up now. Let's see. This is from Jag E-Type 69. Love that car. Question: Hi Skills. I was wondering if you could create any game, what game would it be and why? You're awesome, man. Keep up the videos. Thanks for that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make this quick. If I could create any game, what I would do is, what I want to do is create a game that is actually a military aviation, naval aviation, or marine aviation game, and it's based on an aircraft carrier. Then the aircraft carrier is essentially a city anyway, and you could walk around, you could go like do entertainment, and basically you would just go through and live the life like a year of a fighter pilot or a helicopter pilot, or even maybe like you want to be you want to be the launch officer, and you would just go out there and you would just go through all these motions and everything. And well, actually, to narrow that focus, it would be a pilot, and then you would basically you'd go to NAS, Pensacola, learn how to train, learn how to fly, and do some basic stuff, and then you would actually see, okay, where are you gonna land as far as after you finish flight school? Where would you land, in helos? Would you land in props or jets? And then after that, that's what you do, and you'd be based on a carrier, and then fly to these various islands. I mean, the carrier would move and the islands would change and everything, but that would be my ultimate game, and just call it like fighter pilot or aircraft carrier, something like that. But that would be slick. I paid some serious money for that, and the graphics wouldn't have to be that good. I mean, you could explore the entire ship, but a lot of places are sealed off in real life. So I mean, based on your clearance, so that's the kind of game I would love to see. And then anything else would be a game where probably like that's a good one. I have to think about that. But yeah, the aircraft carrier game is the main one that I'd love to see. So that'd be real slick. Okay, y'all. And then I think that's it as far as the questions. Actually, you know what? I can do this one real quick. And this is from Alex Core. Okay, sub skills. I was just wondering when you were going to make the video where you were talking about the PlayStation 3D TV, which you were saying 5 reasons why not to buy it right now, 5 reasons to wait. Thanks again, and have a happy Thanksgiving, and congrats on the partnership with YouTube. Alright, so I'll go ahead and make this quick. There are 5 reasons that why I recommend you buy the TV, and if it cuts off, then I know it wasn't meant to be. First reason that you'd buy the PS3 3D display. You want 3D, but you don't feel like paying $1,000 for it. It is the cheapest entry. It's $499, comes with a set of glasses, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can add other active shutter 3D glasses to it. The second reason is it integrates flawlessly with the PS3, as long as you have the updates. The simu view is sick. I mean, you can get another set of glasses, and then you and your partner can both be looking at the screen, but then you have your own screens. That is awesome. The third thing is, for the value, is 240 hertz. Has the HDMI 1.42 or the HDMI 1.4 inputs, which is really, really slick, and it does 1080p. So that's the third one. I mean, it's really, really cool. The fourth one has a really small signature for a footprint, so you can put it on a dresser, you can put it on a shelf somewhere in a college dorm room. And then the last one is, since it does have a small signature, these speakers work really well in a real small room. So if you don't have a lot of space, you don't have to worry about the neighbors calling the cops on you, everything. So those are my 5 reasons for it. Now, the 5 reasons not to buy it is, first of all, the size. It's just 24 inches, and if you have a home theater, this is not the TV that you would like to. The other thing is, since it is so small, the 3D, when you get away from it, get away from the actual television, since it's so small, it's very hard to read, even with it being crisp and everything. It's very, very difficult. The third reason is price. I mean, for $4.99, you can actually get a large TV, a 42-inch, that does 1080p. It may not do the refresh rate of 240, probably like about 120, but still, I mean, you get a lot of bang for your buck. The fourth reason is that just like I said with the semi-view, it's designed, really to fit with the PS3. You can use other devices with it, but it's a 3D display. It's not a television because it doesn't have a tuner built into it. It's not a PC monitor, even though you can use it as a PC monitor. It would be a very expensive PC monitor because you can hook it up, but it doesn't have a VGA on the back of it, which for $4.99, I know they were trying to make it small and effective, but... And then the other thing, lastly, is it is designed for a small space, but it's not designed to be hooked to a high definition stereo, like a surround sound. I actually had someone ask me that, and that, I mean, at least with television, they have the optical outs, which would really help. But these just have, like I said, it has a headphone jack that you can, run audio out of. And then if you try to crank the speakers up, well, forget about it. It's going to be a disaster. So those are my 5 reasons for it, 5 reasons against it. But overall, it's a really awesome deal. And if I had $4.99, I would get it. Plus I know Amazon has a special where they have Resistance 3, Uncharted 3, and also Resistance 3, Uncharted 3, and then MotorStorm Apocalypse for $4.99 for everything. So that's really good. And then like I said, as far as remotes, you saw my video, you saw my solution, my workaround for that. Okay. Well, anyway, it's your boy Skills. Thank y'all so much for the questions. Thank you for following me, and like I said, it's all good in the hood. So thank y'all very much. Talk to y'all later. Have yourselves an awesome weekend. It's just Friday, very early in the morning. All right, it's your boy Skills. Talk to you later. Deuce.